On February 24th, 2024, we are going to have the full moon being in Virgo. It is going to be illuminating the tiny little things in our lives that make up the big picture so that we're able to just gently and easily brush away the things that we don't need and that are holding us back. Full moons are known for being really intense and putting a lot of pressure on our personal lives, our relationships, and a lot of people have crises come up during a full moon. But if we're prepared and we know what we're getting into, we can go into this with so much more grace and ease and easiness. Hi, I'm May, and on this channel we share tools and insights to help you deepen your connection with your truest, most authentic self. In this video, we're going to cover exactly what this full moon means, and then we're going to go into activities and practical things that you can do to make this as easy and beneficial for you as possible. During the full moon, the sun is in the opposite astrological zodiac sign than the moon. In order to really understand the full moon, we need to look at both the sign of Virgo and Pisces. The sign of Pisces rules everything that is not physical. It is very dreamy and floaty and infinite. It rules our intuition. Pisces is the broader, bigger picture of the universe, and Virgo is what we're doing on a daily basis. It's the small, everyday actions, the little details that go into making the big picture. Our intuition and the unconscious realms are bringing light into our little details of our daily lives, our routines, our health, our physical body. And the full moon itself deals a lot with concepts of release and letting go of things that are holding you back or that don't serve you anymore. Virgo also rules our minds and our thinking and the analytical, procedure-oriented, practical, planning sides of ourselves. A lot of awareness is coming to our thoughts. What are we thinking about? What are we putting too much of our thoughts and our mental energy into? And how can we redirect our thoughts in a way that is beneficial to the person that we want to become and the life that we want to create? Now, more than ever, we're being called to not let our thoughts control us and not run away with our thoughts so much, and practice sitting back and observing what it is that we're thinking about. This is a really great time to take stock of whose thoughts and ideas are actually swimming around in your head. Who are you listening to? Who are you communicating with? And do those thoughts and ideas actually align with you? This is a really great time to notice these things when they're small, so that we can easily just brush them away before they become a really big thing and lead to a personal or emotional crisis in your life. Look at your habits, your routines. What are you doing on a daily basis? What are you eating? What are you thinking? What are your emotions that are really causing that pain or discomfort to continually come up? It's trying to speak to you. This is our body's way of telling us that something is not aligning with our vision and our purpose and our true authentic selves. When these things that you find aren't benefiting you or aren't in alignment with you, even if they are normal or considered the status quo, it's really, really easy for us at this time to say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to follow my own path. I'm going to stand in my own self and honor my habits, even if it is something that you've done for a very long time, or something that other people around you expect you to do. During this time, it's surprisingly easy for us as a collective to let go of old paradigms and find a new way of doing and being. With the sun in Pisces, we're all finding our flow again, and we're making space for creativity and intuition and just spontaneity and free-flowingness in our daily lives. And Pisces is sort of reminding us that things don't have to be so rigid all the time. So if you're doing something and you keep on doing it and it's not working, you may need to reapproach the situation with more flow and spontaneity. Remember, things are allowed to be easy, and things often work better when you're able to find the path of least resistance and flow. Allow yourself to take a step back from the situation, to recenter yourself, and allow yourself to approach new things, especially if you're finding yourself meeting a lot of resistance. Approach them with creativity, find new ways of doing things, find new ways of bringing enjoyment into the things that you are already doing so that there's less resistance between you and the thing that you want to do. Pisces is a very feeling and intuitive sign, so we're all being called to connect to our hearts, to sort of picture the energy, all of this like brain thinking, analytical energy, just coming down and centering into your heart. We can think and think and think really hard for a really long time and not reach any solid conclusions. But once we drop into our hearts and approach things from a feeling centered, we instinctively and intuitively know what the answers are already. And Virgo very strongly deals with our physical body. So now is the time to notice any of those aches and pains that are persistently coming up and what they are trying to tell you about your emotional health, your physical health, what you're eating, how much you're moving, if there's any spiritual or emotional baggage that you're holding in your body. And really listen to those messages that our body is trying to tell us. We're going to be getting a lot of intuitive messages as Pisces deals with the intuition, and they're going to come up even if you're in your thinking mind. And if you're in your thinking mind, you may misinterpret them, or it may lead you astray down a path of confusion, or why am I thinking about this person? You may misconstrue somebody else projecting their feelings onto you or thinking about you as you having an original thought about them. So again, the way to counter this is to allow our thinking mind to do its thing, but really ground ourselves inside our hearts. And you can do this really easily by just visualizing a little white spark of your awareness moving down from your mind into your heart and just taking a couple of breaths. It doesn't have to take a long time. It can take 5 minutes, it can take 20 minutes, but really carve out that time for yourself to center into your heart. Some signs that you are too in your head during this time is you could be having headaches, vision problems, you could be clenching your jaw really tight, and it could lead to pain in this area and in your head. Overthinking is your worst enemy right now. So just be very aware that that's something that we're all going to be a bit prone to, overthinking, overworking, and trying to solve all of our problems in our minds instead of in our hearts. Our minds are really powerful tools, but we need to use them as tools instead of letting them run our entire lives. If you practice these techniques, this full moon should go a lot more smoothly for you, and you'll know just how you can take the most advantage of this kind of energy. During a full moon, so many big feelings come up, so many things come up to the surface, and they can feel incredibly overwhelming. But I urge you to, when these things come up, just be more curious about it and allow them to take up the space that they need to take up, and follow them down into the root cause, like Alice following the rabbit down the hole, and use it as an opportunity to really deepen your connection with yourself and understand yourself and your life and your purpose. I'm so grateful that you took the time to watch this video, and I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button so that we can try to reach 50 subscribers. And if you want to share any of your experiences, or if anything that I said resonated with you, please leave a comment below and I will respond to you and we can have a conversation about it.